Alright guys, this is going to be my very first, I guess you could say, story time video. Well, first, welcome back. But yeah, this is going to be a story time video. I'm going to do these little story times or interesting things that happen. So this is like a story time slash...
Hey, what happened?
And yeah, this week's story is about what happened to me literally a few days ago. Oh, I was pulling out my hair, let's put it that way. So Saturdays I'm usually here, Guilo's here, so he's usually filming upstairs. And this Saturday I had a wedding to go to. And great, you know, it's kind of like a day off, but I'm still on the phone and still like, when you're doing a business like this, you're attached to the phone and it's hard to get away. Honestly, even in the middle of the night, because people live in all different time zones, I get phone calls throughout the night and it goes to my cell phone. So this particular situation, I head to the wedding. It's in the middle of nowhere, so cell signal is absolutely garbage, let alone get a little bit of the internet. So I get to the wedding, and I'm in the car, and all of a sudden, I start getting phone calls. Well, the phone calls barely came through, but I got a lot of emails and stuff. Thank goodness that stuff worked, but barely. Saying I can't check out on the website. I can't check out on the website. What? What do you mean? So through a really long process, I tried to check out and it doesn't work. You can go all the way to the checkout process, but when you go to put in your credit card information, it says like server down or something like that. So it's like a third-party system. So it's actually, at first I thought it was my problem. No, it's their problem. So I call these people up and say, I'm waiting on hold. It's the type of service where they don't want to answer a phone. A real human doesn't want to answer a phone. In our situation, I actually prefer for you guys to call me then send me an email. I'm actually so behind on emails. I'm really sorry, but it's just like the emails is the worst part of the Gundam business by far. Like there's nothing even that comes close. But anyways, well, besides flooding and stuff like that, or that stuff sucks too. I finally get a person after so long. First thing they say is, it's your fault. What do you mean it's your fault? My fault. Canada Post, same thing. First thing, it's your fault and don't bother them, basically. It turns out after a little bit of digging, it was their fault. So it's their system, not me. Anyways, I hate when companies do that. They automatically assume that's your system that's screwing up, not theirs. After convincing this person that it's their problem and they should look into it, the call drops. I was about to lose it. And with the crappy cell service and everything like that, it was going terrible. I was freaking out in the car, and people were going like, "Why is that guy sitting in a hot car?" It's like it was hot that day too. So it was a nice day. It was a nice wedding too. Anyways, where am I going with this? On my cell phone, I was able to disable the new merchant system and enable an old version. It's all secure, but it's just old fashioned where you have to check out with like a PayPal account or something like that. It's really old fashioned. Works great still, and enabled it. The problem was fixed. It was just an absolute nightmare. The fact that I had no signal and I had no act. Of course, out of all possible days that something like that could have happened, it was at that moment. Yeah. Where I was basically handcuffed and couldn't do too much. Luckily, I was able to do something, but yeah, it was not good. But anyways, that's just one of the stories I got. Since it happened this weekend, I thought I would test out this story time with this. And guys, tell me what you think about stories. I plan on doing stories about how Canadian Gundam got started. My thoughts on if I would open up a Gundam business now. What was the other things I was thinking about? Stuff like that. I had a whole list of them, but not off the top of my head at the moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little story time. And we actually lost about 3 hours worth of sales just when we restocked. So a lot of people there was a lot of frustration and stuff like that because people did miss out on a few things, which I do sincerely apologize for. But it's kind of one of those situations where it's bad for anybody. I don't trust me, we didn't do this on purpose, because I wouldn't have put that much pressure and that much stress on myself to give you a story like this. So, but that's what happened. And yeah, till next time, guys. hopefully story time with Patrick continues. All right, have a good one, and keep on building.